Home Depot Park, we celebrate one of our own, the one, the only Tommy Hutton on the field earlier today, celebrating with his family, his beautiful granddaughters, throwing out the first pitch. They crushed it. He means so much to all of us and fans alike. So we continue to celebrate him from hearing from those who love him most.
Hey, Tommy, Dave Roberts here, and I want to be one of the many people that congratulate you on a tremendous career in baseball. Thank you, very grateful to you, and hopefully the next chapter will be just as fruitful, my friend. Take care.
To my friend Tommy Hutton, congratulations on a marvelous baseball broadcasting career. You taught the game of baseball to so many Marlins fans by being insightful, by just being you.
Tommy Hutton retiring. Congratulations, buddy. Now you can go do whatever the hell you want to do. It's pretty awesome. Get out there and play some golf, do some fishing.
Hey, T-Hut, I just want to say congratulations, my guy, on retirement. What a great career you've had, bro. Love our times that we had together.
Tommy, congratulations. 40 years broadcasting plus your playing career. You must be getting old, buddy.
T-Hut, wow. Congratulations on a tremendous career and the upcoming retirement. I'm so excited for you.
Tommy, Clayton McCullough here. I want to thank you for all that you've given to the game of baseball. Your 30 years of service with the Miami Marlins. You're a true pro, Tommy.
Hut, this is Tito. Wanted to congratulate you on your retirement. God, you're making me feel old.
I remember the first spring training game that I ever did with the Marlins in Melbourne, Florida, 2002. I was so nervous, and you just kind of gave me the look like, you're going to be okay, partner.
And his name is Tommy Hutton, baby.
Hi, Hut. Man, did we have some fun, didn't we? The 10-run reel, Twitter Tuesdays, late night with the fish, broadcast from the Clevelander. I'm amazed that we didn't get suspended or something, but that was fun. And man, this is such a cool thing for you today. I'm so lucky to have been your partner. I'm so lucky to call you friend. To the Marlins organization, put this man in your Hall of Fame right now. That would be awesome. Hut, enjoy the day. Congratulations. I love you.
The celebrations are just beginning. Tommy, we love you. We cannot wait to tell you just how much throughout the broadcast. Keep it right here on Marlins.tv. When we return, the Fish go for 8 straight against the Nats. Tommy Hutton, Kyle Seeloff are on your call when we return.
Miami Marlins baseball is brought to you by Warner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, the official law firm of the Miami Marlins, by FPL, and by UHealth, pushing medicine forward. It's a sunny Sunday afternoon here in South Florida. We're inside Home Depot Park for Game 3 today, where the Marlins will try to sweep the Washington Nationals. Before we get going, let's take a look at our Hard Rock odds. The prop bet this afternoon for the Marlins, that'll focus on Davison De Los Santos, who today will make his 3rd start of the season at first base. Recalled yesterday, and there's your over-under odds on 1.5 total bases for Davison De Los Santos here today. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Washington Nationals. That's brought to you by FPL. The Nats, led by Blake Butera, are 61 up and 70 down on the season, 14.5 back in the division. Still no Abrams or Wood, Lyle, Ortiz, Cruz, Ruiz, Tena, Vivas, Chaparro, Nunez, and Young. That's your starting 9 for the Nationals here today, who lost 4-2 last night and 3-2 in walk-off fashion on Friday night. On the mound for the Marlins today is Jansen Junk. He's going to make his 19th start of the season, his 2nd of the year against the Nationals. This will be his 3rd career start against Washington and his 4th career appearance. Hut?
Yeah, I'm going to focus here and get ready and try to tell you a little bit about Jansen Junk. And the thing that we've talked about that Junk has been able to do, he keeps you in a game. And he generally will throw strikes. He's got a pretty good repertoire. His fastball is going to top out about 94, 95. and he's going to utilize the defense, and we'll see what the defense looks like behind Jansen Junk. Probably brought to you by Doral Kia. How about that? Heriberto, Estuary, and Griff in the outfield. Otto Lopez, Xavier Edwards. Davis and De Los Santos, good to see him back. He's over at first. Javier Sanoja, and Brian and Avaretto behind the plate.
The Marlins will load their lineup up with right-handers today, facing the lefty Jackson Kent, who makes his third major league start. We're underway this afternoon, a little tardy, 1:42 Eastern time, but we thank you for joining us on Marlins TV, where Dalen Lyles leading things off. You've had a heck of a day so far. You doing all right? You settling in? You prepared for this one?
I actually, being in the booth now and being next to you and with the game started, I'm settling in. Yeah.
That wouldn't happen any other way. Dalen Lyle 3 for 9 this weekend with an RBI, and we have an early challenge. ABS is powered by T-Mobile, and your home plate umpire this afternoon is Stu Sherwater. Brian Navaretto, 11 start behind the plate. That's a strike.
Miami has 2 challenges.
An early successful challenge.
And that's a one you go out on a limb early in the game to make that challenge.
There's Joe Mack. Gets the day off today. So too, at least initially, does Marcy and Casey, along with Leo Jimenez.
That's the thing about this game. No matter what goes on off the field, the things that are happening, the game goes on.
The game goes on.
The game goes on.
Broken background ball right back to the mound. Junk's got it. He'll run it halfway to first. Soft underhand toss. 1 up and 1 down for Junk.
I'll always remember a time years ago in spring training when I was coming up with the Dodgers and I got cut. I thought I was going to make the team. Actually thought about quitting. Tommy Lasorda came up to me. He said, Babe Ruth quit. The game still went on. So, yeah, go ahead and quit, but the game will go on.
Here is Abimelec Ortiz. You've never told me that. You thought about hanging him up?
Oh, it was, you know, one of those things off the top of your head. When you've hit 300 in AAA, they tell you you're going back, and you think, oh, my, what's going on here? Tommy said, take a couple days off, go to the beach, and come back.
And you did.
And I did.
Now, what year was that, roughly?
Probably 70, before the 71, before my last year in AAA.
Because 1970, didn't you play for one of the greatest AAA teams all time?
Yeah. And most of those guys were in the big leagues.
No, come on. Oh, gosh. What a humbling moment. Go ahead and quit. The game will keep going. 0-2, ground ball up the middle. Misses the bag at second, and the throw to first in time, and there's 2 away. Our crack staff and our terrific crew has dug up some of these numbers on these 1970 Spokane Indians side.
Yeah, and Tommy Lasorda didn't have much to do because we were pretty good. Notice we swept the Islanders 4 straight in the playoffs. Garvey, Valentine, Billy Buckner, Davey Lopes, Doyle Alexander, and of course Charlie Huff with his connection to the Marlins.
Wouldn't surprise me if you told me Charlie retired like 2 years ago.
Yeah, he could come out and throw a knuckleball for a strike right now.
Get you a couple outs. Here is Dylan Cruz with 2 outs in the first. Well, if there was any consolation prize to being in AAA back in the day, at least you got to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, that was a good trip.
That's
You'd go,
nice.
You'd spend the whole week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was such a long trip. You would spend the whole week and play 6 games.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Chopper left side, Sanoja, and a perfect first inning for Jansen Junk. Miami Marlins baseball on Marlins TV is brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia. Look at the old powder blues for the Phillies side. Plus the Expos too. There's those powder blues. Bring back a few memories.
Yeah, at Wrigley Field. I liked hitting at Wrigley.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, John Seltzer, our producer, always loved the sliding demonstration. Hook slide, what was it? Hook slide, pop up, and straight on.
Oh my goodness.
Now the problem with that, you do that, your foot comes off the bag just for a second, you're out.
Out. You're right. Oh, no score, bottom one. Here's Otto Lopez facing Jackson Kent. 23-year-old southpaw of Hanover Park, Illinois. This is the lineup he'll face today, brought to you by Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia. Otto, Augustine, and Heriberto here in the first. Well, Jackson Kent, this is an interesting young man, a fourth-round pick out of Arizona by Washington in 2024. He's their number 18 prospect. The problem so far for this young lefty, his first 2 major league starts have not gone all that well, but he'll look to regroup here today as he misses outside on Otto. They like this kid though, Hud. He's kind of interesting. He's got a little giddy up on that fastball. They like what he has to offer. Ground ball left side, going to be a tough play for Nunez, who's off balance. Throw to first is on the money. What a play, what a throw by Nasim Nunez. There's one away.
Tell you what, Nasim Nunez can play shortstop. There's no question about that. See what the scouting report has on the 23-year-old left-hander. Jackson Kent, just his 3rd major league start. He had good numbers this year in AA and AAA. You mentioned a number 8 prospect, and it hasn't taken him long to get here.
Not at all. It doesn't anymore with these young college kids, though. If you're good, they like to consider that A ball, maybe low AA.
Yeah, and I would say more so with arms than with hitters.
Yeah. It's a good lively fastball. 95 misses up and away to Augustine Ramirez. At the time of his promotion, Kent led Washington's minor league system in opponents on base percentage and opponents batting average. They were hitting just a .216 clip against them. Ranked 2nd in winning percentage and whip. Ramirez 0 for 3. Couple of walks this weekend against Washington. And he waits on a 2-1. Foul tip and held on to by Keibert Ruiz. It's 2-2.
Like to see Gus elevate a little bit more. He's yet to homer since his return.
It's underneath that fastball. It's popped in the air outside of first into the seats.
And Kyle, I'm sure you read about Kent. He's a pretty good athlete. He was a quarterback, wide receiver in high school in Illinois.
Grew up about 30 miles from Wrigley Field. Went to Cubs games as a kid. Looked up to Jake Arrieta. And then came his major league debut in Washington against the Chicago Cubs. So the team he grew up loving in Chicago, that's whom he faced in his major league debut. That is, I suppose, what you call full circle moment.
Yeah, it's also a little pressure too. How about the defense behind Kent? Brought to you by Doral Kia. Lyle, Young, and Cruz. Nunez, we saw him make a great play. Tena is at 2nd. Vivas and Chaparro were on the infield, and Keibert Ruiz behind the plate again. Had the day off yesterday.
Yes, he did. There's Blake Butera, the 34-year-old manager.
You got to tell Blake to lighten up a little bit. Every time we have a shot of him, he looks very serious.
I could understand. They have suffered some horrific losses this season that any young 34-year-old first-year manager probably goes back to his office, shuts the door, leans back in the chair, and raises his palms to the sky as if to say, come on down. Get hacked there from Ramirez on a 3-2 offering. Now, the one thing we've seen from Augustine, we've seen it in this series, this kid is putting some serious big league ABs together. He's not going quietly. The count now full. He's even been drawing some walks.
And he's a guy, I guarantee, when the opposition goes over Augustine Ramirez, they talk about his aggressiveness. They talk about his power. Don't make a mistake. This guy will take you deep.
I've got to imagine this could be the longest AB of his major league career. He has seen 10 pitches in the first inning against the guy he has not faced before in the major leagues. And he takes outside for ball 4. Outstanding plate appearance, and the Marlins have a 1-out base runner.
That's twofold. That's a great at bat for Gus himself to see all those pitches, get an idea of the delivery of Kent. And secondly, it helps everybody on the bench watching that, watching the delivery, and seeing a little bit of what he has.
Outstanding job. So 1-out base runner. Here's Heriberto Hernandez. He takes strike 1. Hernandez was 1 for 3 with a homer yesterday, improving upon his team leading in career leading 19th home run of the season. After that walk by Augustine, since his return now in 15 games, his on-base percentage is up to nearly 400. He'll take that. Signs of improvement at the plate. See if the Marlins can strike first and really put the Nationals back on their heels here this afternoon. Hernandez behind in the count 0-2, but he's hit in 8 of his last 9 games with 3 homers.
That's a good point too about a club that's struggling the way the Nationals are. If the Marlins can get an early lead, put pressure on them, it's a big advantage to try to sweep the series.
Heriberto 1 for 6 this weekend. They're batting .333 with 4 homers this year against Washington. As he waits on an 0-2 from Kent. And he drills that down the left field line. That's a fair ball, and it's going to roll all the way into the corner. That ball was hit extremely hard. Ramirez will get the wave around third. It's cut off by Nunez. The throw to the plate, not in time. That's an RBI double for Heriberto Hernandez, and the Marlins strike first.
But we were just talking about it, try to jump on him early, and we saw Heriberto jump on a fastball for a home run in the ball game last night. This time he jumps on a 4-seamer, sends it into that left field corner. Once it got to that corner, I'm watching Blake Lally wave Augustine Ramirez. Watch Gus. Sees the ball, picks up Blake, and then as soon as Blake waves him home, he's got to go over and take care of Hernandez at second base.
'14th double of the season for Heriberto. His 53rd RBI. Here's Edwards. So on his bobblehead day, an 11-pitch walk, and Augustine scores on the 1-out double. Nice start to his afternoon. And here's Xavier Edwards, who's 1 for 7 this weekend. Little dribbler, right side. Chaparro with an underhand toss, and Kent got to the bag just in time for the out.
Well, we talked about his athletic ability as a high school quarterback and wide receiver. Got over there nicely. Here's the repertoire brought to you by StatCast 3D, Google iCloud. Talk about the 4-seamer. He'll use that, you see, almost 50%. Sliders and changeups, very few curveballs from the left hand.
Look at the batting average against this changeup. That's a good offering. Opponent's hitting a .111 against the changeup. All right, well, Marlins leading 1-0. Here is Esteury Ruiz playing center, batting 5th. Runner at third with 2 outs. Showing bunt, he pops it in the air foul. Ooh, not a bad idea with Bebas at third playing back.
That's a great idea. And I think as soon as he walked up to the plate and saw where Bebas was playing, that idea clicked in.
Esteury 1 for 4 this weekend. 3 for 11 this season with a homer against the Nationals. And he swings right through an elevated fastball. It's 0-2 on Ruiz. .250 hitter over 85 games this season, hitting just .194 over his last 13 contests. Well, nobody elevates and pulls on this team like Ruiz, but he was too far out in front of that fastball.
Yeah, he had a rough day yesterday. Got hit, had that play in the outfield where it looked like the wrist bent back a little bit.
Nice to see him back in there today. If it wasn't for the Nationals, and similarly to 2023, Marlins probably wouldn't be hanging around in the National League wildcard race. Miami's won 7 straight against the Nationals. They're 59-63 versus all other teams this season. But you'll take the wins when you can get them. Marlins sitting 4 games back of the Padres, who had a feverish comeback at home last night. I was watching that game against the Twins. Diamondbacks are ahead of Miami in the race. Miami will visit Arizona in September and San Diego as well. And a 1-2 is in there for strike 3 call, but the Marlins ring the bell early here in the first. An RBI double from Heriberto Hernandez. Well, back with you at Lone Depot Park. Marlins leading 1-0 as we go to the top of the second inning this afternoon with Tommy Hutton, Kelly Sacco, and our entire fabulous crew. I'm Kyle Seeloff. A lot going on at the ballpark here today. Jansen Junk on the mound. It's Tommy's day. There was a brunch. Luis Castillo is doing an autograph signing. It's Augustine Ramirez's bobblehead day, in addition to Jewish Heritage Day. So a lot going on. And if you're at home watching, we just hope you're relaxing, watching a little baseball as Keibert Ruiz leads off the second. And she takes a little bit downstairs. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ruiz, who got the day off in game 2. He has been really good in his career against the Marlins. Over 48 games against Miami, lifetime, a .309 hitter. And Ruiz chops one softly to the right side. That's an easy first opportunity for De Los Santos, and 4 up and 4 down for Junk. Make sure you score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered for you. Visit MLBshop.com/Marlins, the official source for your Marlins gear. And Hud, as you like to say, just ask for Robin, as Jose Tena leads off.
That's right. I saw Robin downstairs.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, she's doing good.
She's doing good.
Came down to see you.
She wanted to make sure the jersey tops were fitting the girls okay. Granddaughter's looking good.
They looked outstanding in the jerseys. Great day to have the celebration, too. We're in the teal.
Yeah. I didn't have to go out there in a tie.
Thank goodness. Jansen Junk, very good so far. 4 up, 4 down. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Tena. Change up just missed. 2-1.
You know, doing what he normally does, throwing strikes, getting some outs. All the outs have been on the ground.
Tena playing in his 100th game of the season, and he takes strike 2. Looked like he wanted to challenge that, no?
It was a quick one, but I don't think it got accepted.
Or if he was halfway home on the helmet tap and said, "Just kidding, Stu." Infield is back. They do play him to pull, and the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. 5 up and 5 down for Junk. That's his first strike out of the day. Let's get you a quick word from FPL.
At FPL, our teams are working every day because reliability isn't an option, it's a commitment. FPL, working for you every single day.
Let's see the grip on this changeup that really fooled Tena. Circle change, dive bombing, away.
Here is Jorbit Bibas, and a bouncing ball to second for Edwards, who throws him out. 2 perfect innings for Junk.
Esta transmisión de los Marlins está disponible en español.
Back here in Miami this afternoon, Marlins leading 1-0 on Marlins TV, powered by Major League Baseball. Marlins got an RBI double in the bottom of the first. Welcome inside the booth. Tommy and Kyle with you. Everybody here to see you today, not what's transpiring out here.
Oh, they're here to see the game.
Yes, they are. But hey, I got a question for you, and
Sure.
I know you've told this story over the years, but to know this story of you, Hud, is to go back to November 20th of 1964. And Tommy Lasorda signed you, but I think the audience would love to hear that story again.
Yeah, it's an interesting story because he was a scout at the time, and this was before the draft. So this is when you could sign with any team that was interested. And kid I knew from high school worked at Dodger Stadium in the parking lot, and he saw Lasorda come in one day, and Lasorda wanted to park there, and he said, "You can't park here. The scouts park over there." And Lasorda is very persuasive. And so my friend said, "I'll tell you what, I'll let you park here if you go scout my buddy Tommy Hutton at South Pasadena High School." So he started scouting me, and one thing led to another. And on that date, he was at my house, and he said, because I had an offer from the Red Sox too, believe it or not.
Did you really?
And he said to my parents, he said, "Do you want your son playing all the way across the country, 3,000 miles in Boston, Massachusetts, or do you want him right down the Pasadena freeway at Dodger Stadium?"
He was persuasive. That's unbelievable. So there was never another option.
No, there wasn't.
Wow. Did you guys talk about that over the years?
Oh,
story?
yeah. Oh, yeah. We used to laugh. He used to tell this story, which I used to always challenge the exact numbers, but he used to tell people he signed me for $210,000, which back in 1964, you're thinking $210,000.
You're a rich man.
And he said, yeah, I gave him $10,000 cash and $200,000 worth of advice.
No, come on. Oh, my gosh. You must have loved your trips going back there when you were full-time broadcasting. That's off the end of the bat into center field for Davison De Los Santos.
Yeah, good to see De Lo get himself a hit, reintroduce himself to Major League pitching. He's got the kind of bat that'll put together quite a few.
All right, here's the career on the field, 12 seasons, 410 hits. You don't give yourself enough credit. 22 bombs, that's 22 souvenirs.
You know, the pinch hit category, probably the one I'm proud about, because we all know it's tough to do, and I had to do that a lot.
But you weren't tough enough to get hit by a pitch.
Nah, I danced around. I danced around.
Like put the chicken wing out there a little bit?
Quick. No, we didn't wear all the stuff.
That is amazing, though. After all those years, you never got hit by one pitch.
Yeah, well, in the minor leagues, yes.
Yeah.
But never at the big league level, no.
Oh, my gosh. That's crazy. That's so good. And, of course, all that success against Tom Seaver. That's probably what most people, when they see you, that know about your career, that's what they talk to you about.
Yeah, especially the New Yorkers, the Met fans.
Here is Griffin Conine. He has fallen behind 0-2. De Los Santos at first, and that missed outside. Saw Niner down there. Give you a big hug.
Yeah, it was great to see him. I saw him walk in front of the dugout, gave him a big hug. And I said, Niner, haven't seen you. He goes, no, I'm here. He said, sometimes I sit way down right field.
Does he?
He kind of likes to sit off by himself.
I upset him the other night. I went back and looked at Conine's play. Here you go.
Yeah, see, he was showing me where he sits once in a while. Yeah, way down there. I don't like to be bothered, just like to watch the game.
The official score in Philadelphia gave Conine, he had him reach on the error. I watched it back. I thought, well, maybe I agree. Niner, give my boy a hit. No hit. So it stood as an error.
It still stood as an error.
Still stood as an error.
Upon further review, not a base hit.
No.
Yeah.
No, Marlins making Jackson Kent work. His next offering will be his 40th. How deep Griff is in the box. And he flies that high in the air. Might stay in play. Third base side. No, that's into the seats. Foul.
Yeah, Griff, the lone lefty, pure lefty in the lineup against the left-hander Kent.
Decent bench for Clayton today with Mack, Marcy, Casey, and Jimenez, should any of those guys be needed late in this one. De Los Santos, not much of a threat to run at first. He is back, and in his first big league at bat, back from AAA, he has singled, and there is ball 3. This is something I have loved so much about watching Griff, his patience at the plate.
Yeah, and I've also noticed over the years when you have a left-hander on the mound and the lineup's filled with righties except for one lefty, it seems like all of a sudden that pitcher has a little trouble with the strike zone.
And he struck him out.
No trouble on the 3-2.
Let's pause for a message from FPL.
At FPL, our teams are working every day because reliability isn't an option, it's a commitment. FPL, working for you every single day.
Well, Marlins leading 1-0. We're in the bottom of the second inning on this Sunday afternoon. 2 out. Here is Brian Navarreto, who takes a called strike. Navi caught 3 consecutive games in the absence of Joe Mack. Here's the 0-1 offering, and that's flown foul. It's 0-2.
How fun do his teammates have being around him, Brian Navarretto?
He is really like another coach and a teammate and somebody you can talk to. A genuinely great human being who's made an impact on this active roster. And he checked his swing there.
Who appreciates the opportunity to put the major league uniform on.
I think you make a great point, Hutton. I'm sure you ran into guys in your career, guys that have grinded for this long. It means so much. They never take any day at the ballpark in a major league uniform for granted. Kent ready with a 1-2 and misses outside. Navarretto batting 138, making his 11th start of the season here today. And a 2-2 coming here. This time, ball 3.
14 years as a professional, and most of that time 765 minor league games.
There
a
are
lot of bus rides.
There's not many guys that would stick with it that long
Yeah.
and wait for an opportunity, but he did. And a 3-2. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. No commercial break. We're going commercial free here in the last of the 2nd. And it's time to send it off to our public address announcer, Frank Fernandez.
Hi, Miami. Hi, Hut. Man, did we have some fun, didn't we? The 10-run reel, Twitter Tuesdays, late night with the fish. That was fun. And man, this is such a cool thing for you today. I'm so lucky to have been your partner. I'm so lucky to call you friend.
Thank you for watching Mike Lowell do his thing, and Luis Castillo and Alex Gonzalez and Derek Lee. I'll tell you, we had a great team. Mark Kotzley now is managing. Now our teams are all like coaching and doing what you're doing. So T-Hut, you're the best. Thanks for all of it. Fighting fish for life.
Tommy Hutton retiring. Congratulations, buddy. Get out there and play some golf, do some fishing. Enjoy, buddy. See you next month.
Congratulations. I love you. And this one's for you, buddy. And his name is Tommy Hutton, baby. All right, you beautiful son of a gun. I love you.
Marlins fans, please join us in tipping our caps as we say thank you, Tommy, and celebrate his remarkable broadcasting career.
I told you they were all here to see you. We just went over them.
Yeah, everybody's ready.
There's the crew, Hut.
Got the jerseys on.
Oh, that was great. That was awesome. Big day. Special day. Marlins leading 1-0.
Did Uggs have to get coaxed to give that?
Oh, my gosh. It was all on his own, I'm told. Great to see Rich, Beckett, Ugla, Ryan Dempster, Kevin Millar.
Yeah, those guys were they were fun to be around.
Oh.
That was a fun, not only a good team, but a fun team to be around.
They were wild men, weren't they? I would imagine some of those late 2000s Marlins that you were around had some late nights.
I believe they did.
You put yourself in there. I got to ask, with the granddaughters, did you have them at the house lately? We playing a little catch, make sure we were ready to go?
When they came over this morning, we went out in the driveway just for a quick run through.
Did you? Oh, yeah.
Two or three tosses.
A dry run, a test drive.
We had a dry run, yeah. Yeah.
Now, which one is this?
This is Derek on the right. That's his friend Kim.
Okay. High pop up, and De Los Santos makes the catch.
And there
they go.
That's Kim's son Ashton. There's Layla on the right. Lane, and there's Palmer. There's Palmer.
She's on the right, correct?
Yeah, Palmer's way on the right.
She's
there.
the wild child.
She's the 5-year-old, yeah.
Who likes the golf? Which one likes the golf?
Lane.
Okay.
And there's my oldest son Jason, his wife Allison. There's one of my golfing buddies. Of course, my wife over talking about redoing the house or something. I don't know.
Now, your golfing buddy, are you going to ask him to retrieve the putter that you threw into the middle of the lake last week, or that's staying there for good?
No, that was a gone deal. Yeah, yeah. See, they're talking about that now. He's going, you know what your husband did.
Well, I told the audience when we were in Philadelphia, I said, I think Hut's watching, but I did get a text. He was at the PGA Superstore in Palm Beach County this morning trying to dial in a new putter because things hadn't been going well for him.
That's right.
But that kind of stuff happens as Nasim Nunez fouls a fastball back.
As we all know, it's the same thing in hitting. It's most of the time not the bat. It's the guy who's handling the bat. So most of the time it's not the putter. But every once in a while a change is good.
Sure is. Can be. I look forward to hearing about it. Jansen Junk with a 1-2 on Nunez. Misses high. 7 up and 7 down for Jansen on just 28 pitches so far this afternoon. And working on Nasim Nunez, who's 8 for his last 72 at the plate.
Yeah, he's certainly a guy we've talked about in this series, Nunez. When you watch him play short, you know that he's a shortstop, and that's why they're thinking about moving C.J. Abrams when he's back healthy over to second base.
You kind of see why by his throw on Lopez there in the first. Oh, what a beautiful changeup. Second strikeout for Junk. Caught him looking. Might as well take another look at that.
I tell you, what a really nice start for Jansen Junk. We've seen some nice changeups that have picked up strikeouts. He's gotten ground ball outs. He's faced 8. He's retired 8.
So nobody on, 2 out. Here's Jacob Young, who takes a high changeup for strike 1. That's a pitch they say you never want to leave up, but you can also fool guys once in a while with a changeup. They're wondering why on earth is it sitting at the top of the strike zone.
It does. It surprises you as a hitter.
No, don't miss a moment down the stretch with Marlins.tv, brought to you by Warner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia. Stream the entire season within Marlins territory. Watch games at home or on the go. Stay connected all year long, subject to national exclusivities. Visit Marlins.tv for details and start streaming today as Young swings and misses. It's 1-2. Young 0 for 5 in the series, couple of walks. 4 for 26 this season with a couple of homers and 4 RBIs against Miami. He waits on a 1-2. Here it comes, and it bounced it up there. I doubt you did. Did you run into Luis Castillo? He's here for his
I did not.
Selfie Sunday?
He's busy signing autographs.
I would imagine the line is still long.
We'd love to have seen Louis.
Count now full on Young. So of the 8 outs recorded by Junk, 2 strikeouts, 1 pop out, everything else ground balls, which I would imagine is music to his ears. And there's another one to first, another easy opportunity for De Los Santos, and 3 perfect for Jansen.
Lead 1-0 here at Lone Depot Park in the bottom of 3rd. On a day we celebrate one of our own Tommy Hutton. I went on Instagram, asked all the fans, I said, tell me why you love him. So many people said the voice of their childhood, including my own, your passion, knowledge, humor, honesty. You're a first-class broadcaster, and I know we could say you're a first-class person as well. They love your stories, Tommy. You're so down-to-earth, the enthusiasm of your game. And Tommy, I asked you earlier today, I said, if you were to define your style of broadcasting, how would you define it? You told me honesty and passion. And I can tell you right now, and I'll send them to you, Tommy, there are countless more messages from fans describing your style as such. They tune in because of your honesty. They love your passion. They love how entertaining you are, and you're going to be so missed. But Kyle and I are going to try to convince you to stay, right, Kyle?
I do daily. And that is what people tune in for the most.
So is Rick. Rick, their longtime season ticket. Well, he's going to try to convince me, too.
Yes, we have actually. you don't know this, but you're going to be locked in the booth until you commit to another year. We're not going to let you leave.
I understand that Marlins principal owner Bruce Sherman, whom has supported all of us, reached out to you.
He did, and my thanks, as I told him in my text back, thanks to Bruce and to Caroline for this ownership group in bringing me back, because in years 16 and 17 I was not a part of the Marlins telecast. So thank you to them for bringing me back, and for just this day. This has been tremendous for me and my family.
3-2 to Otto Lopez, missed outside, ball 4. Marlins have the leadoff man aboard. Here's what Bruce said earlier this spring. Tommy's been the voice of Marlins baseball for an entire generation. Love that photo, by the way, of the fans in South Florida. 61-year professional baseball career, including 12 seasons as a MLB player and more than 40 years in broadcasting. You've represented the game with authenticity, insight, and integrity, and your impact on the franchise and the community is lasting. We're proud to celebrate all of your accomplishments. That's
See,
very
I was having my cup of coffee and getting focused right there in that photo.
I bet you were. It's great, though. I love that, number one, the organization has go so far above and beyond to celebrate you today, but we get to hang out for another month, too, and watch some good baseball.
Yeah, this isn't it. I mean, we got a few more good series coming up.
Nothing in 1 to count on Ramirez, although I suppose I would find it moderately cruel and funny if you packed your bag today and shook my hand and said, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm all set for September.
I was just kidding about those September games.
Good luck, though. Now, Ramirez drew the 11-pitch walk back in the first, and he falls behind 1-2.
Well, we got the Red Sox coming to town. That'll be a great series.
Should be good atmospheres.
Yeah. And Sandy. Who's that matchup? Sandy and Tolley?
Sandy versus Suarez.
Oh, it's Suarez. Oh, okay.
Well, then the Marlins are TBA for Tuesday. Tolley will go Tuesday. Sonny Gray goes on Wednesday as Ramirez lifts that in the air to center. Playable for Young, and there's 1 out. We have a moment. It is time for this afternoon's youth player of the game, and our youth player today is Logan, who plays for the Vice City Bulldogs in the MYBA League. And Logan loves playing and hanging out with his little brother, his favorite Marlin, Kyle Stowers, who continues to get some work in. In fact, I saw Kyle earlier this morning, had some nifty footwork going around the bag at first, so it was much more than some light jogging type stuff. They had that hamstring barking over there at first, and making sure that thing is good to go. So hopefully his return to play is much sooner rather than later. Marlins would love to get him back, because when he left, he was hot.
He feels good about the recovery. I saw him the other day. He had a nice smile.
Good.
Things are really progressing well.
That's good, because you can imagine how frustrating the last year has been for Stowers. When he's been healthy, he's been good, but now 2 separate hamstring issues. Then he had the issue going back to the end of last season. So hopefully the Marlins get him back here for the final month. Maybe the next couple of weeks, last 15-20 games. We'll see what happens. And Roberto Hernandez takes a slider high. Mercedes-Benz cover every base. Most stolen bases in team history through the first 131 games. Marlins with 132. Those 2002 Marlins made the running Redbirds happy. At 154, that's crazy. 2-0. That's at the knees for a strike, 2-1. Lopez draws the leadoff walk. The one thing the Marlins are making Jackson Kent do is work. His next pitch will be his 62nd of the day. Fly ball in the air. Left center. Young going back. Warning track. Whoa, gone! Or did he catch it? He caught it! He pulled it back! And they're going to double him up. Otto Lopez gets doubled up at first. Jacob Young, like Spider-Man, up against the wall and left. Reeled it back in. And the inning is over. Holy cow, what a play by Young to end the inning. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen a play like that. Holy cow. Well, top of the fourth inning, Marlins leading 1-0. Scoreboard brought to you by FPL. Let's take a look at our Mazda defensive play of the game. This is unbelievable. Moments ago, Heriberto Hernandez deep to left center, thought it was out of the ballpark. Jacob Young scales the fence. That's a long way to go, holding on to that chicken wire. He brought it back, and it was an inning-ending 8-4-3 double play. Hernandez couldn't believe it. And it is a game of inches. So still 1-0 as we go to the fourth. So my partner, Tommy Hutton, has gone down to the suite to hang out with his family. There's he and Bobby. They're going to go hang out, and we'll be able to chat with Hut once he gets down there. So we'll check in with Hut when we get down there in a little bit. Tell you what's absolutely remarkable about that catch. We have talked a lot about launch angle. It's a big sticking point in baseball these days, and the optimal launch angle is up to about 32 degrees. That fly ball by Hernandez left his bat at 105. No problems there. You can hit a lot of home runs hitting the ball that hard. The launch angle, though, 34 degrees. That was probably the difference. If that ball was 2 degrees lower off the bat, is probably the difference in that double play and a homer. I mean, simply remarkable. And what a play by Jacob Young. Look at Heriberto, couldn't even believe it. What are you going to do? Tip your cap. Let's keep it moving. Wow. He's a Marlins killer. We've talked about Jacob Young. Shoot, he's not doing it at the plate. He's doing it out in center field. Well, if you account for 3 perfect innings for Jansen Junk, the Marlins have now. There's a fly ball deep down the right field line into the corner, foul. I pause because the Marlins, going back to game 2, have retired 22 straight Nationals. And Dalen Lyle was trying to break that up. Here's another look. And clearly foul. Good Young. I could not believe that catch. Just the body control, like Spider-Man, to scale that chain link fence and pull that back, just ridiculous. And you can't fault Lopez for going. I mean, who's going to catch that ball? Not many guys. Maybe he and Marcy, actually. Wow. Heriberto probably still thinking about it. Might be the catch of the year. Here's the 2-2 to Lyle. And he ropes that fair. Down the right field line into the corner. Conine will try to dig it out, but the ball disappears. Got right under the fence. And it has left the ballpark. So that'll be a ground rule double for Dalen Lyle. Watch the ball. It disappears. See ya. Bye-bye. We've never seen that before here. Now, how did that happen? Anyway, a little bit of trouble here for Jansen Junk in a 1-0 game. Leadoff man aboard, a double for Lyle. His 24th extra base hit of the season. And Abimelec Ortiz takes just outside for ball 2. Nationals have the most extra base hits in baseball this season That was their 429th, which is 20 clear of the Cubs. See if Junk comes right after Ortiz. No, he missed low with the sinker. Ball 3. This is a Nationals ball club that leads baseball in slugging percentage. There's a look at your Nationals in-game box score. The Marlins have limited a lot of the slug in this series. 10 of the 13 Nationals hits have been singles as Junk pours in a fastball for a strike. Lyle at second, Ortiz at the plate, Cruz on deck. Nationals trying to tie it or take the lead here in the 4th. And a 3-1 coming is swung on and missed. He elevated and went out of the strike zone with a fastball, and the count is full. Ortiz grounded out to short back in the 1st. You see Cruz on deck waiting his opportunity. And Lyle with plenty of speed at second after the leadoff double. From 3-0 to 3-2. Junk delivers. And a line drive to center. Holding his ground is Ruiz, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. That's a start. Well, make sure you come out to the ballpark tomorrow night and through Wednesday. Red Sox coming to town. Enjoy the hottest deals in South Florida, like the Marlins' outstanding 4 for $44 offer presented by Pepsi, and score 4 tickets plus hot dogs, popcorn, and drinks for only $44. Going to be a fun series. Get those tickets at marlins.com/tickets. Sandy versus Ranger Suarez, the Park Ranger, tomorrow night at 6:40. Airtime will be 6:15. 1 on and 1 out, 1-0 here in the 4th. After this pitch, we're going to see if we can communicate with Hutt. See if he's with us or if he has simply decided to check out. Here's the 0-1 to Cruz. Swing and a miss. All right, let's go down to the suite. Hutt, can you hear me?
I can. I just finished the slider. So a little bit of water. And you know what? I've been talking to my 2 sons about some of their favorite trips over the years, too, because we've had some fun doing that.
Well, it's like leading a horse to water. What are some of their favorite trips?
All right, Jace, what do you remember trip-wise? Marlins
players? Let's see, there was Pittsburgh was a good trip.
Jason loved going to Pittsburgh.
All right.
Great, beautiful ballpark.
Yep. And also Luis Castillo stories.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What about you, D?
Oh, probably Chicago, Wrigley Field, and obviously some good ones to Philly.
Yeah, Philly never disappoints.
Yeah.
Chicago's always.
Well, the Nationals tie the ball game here in the top of the 4th. It's a couple of doubles in the inning. Lyle scores from second.
Yeah, and you know, hey, Kyle.
Yes.
You know, on Broadcast 101,
yeah,
during interviews, what happens? Somebody hits a home run, the other team scores.
Hutt, did you see the catch by Young?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Unbelievable.
Oh, there's the granddaughters.
Yeah, we got them all here. They're all fed, well fed.
Yeah. Plenty of sliders, hot dogs, and chicken tenders.
Here is Keibert Ruiz. Now, Hutt in retirement. Now, you do this anyway.
Yeah.
How much babysitting happens during the week? Like, what are your scheduled hours?
With school, it's they keep busy with school, so it's we're a little busier in the summertime.
Right.
But with school, we'll help out. But yeah.
Okay.
A little more busy in the summer.
The family gives the pool a workout.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good swimmers, right, Palmer? You can swim good. All right.
Oh yeah, he loves it.
Ruiz bounces out to first. Now there's 2 out. Nationals have tied the game here in the 4th.
And we got softball coming up.
Ooh. Now you
softball.
coach, or you just watch?
No, I just watch. Dad coaches. Grandpa watches.
And who's the golfer?
Lane right here plays golf. A little softball. Layla got dance. And played softball last year, too.
Hutt, you always tell me how nuts your grandchildren are. Now they're shy when that light goes on. Look how shy they are.
Come on, don't be shy. Look.
Love the jerseys. Robin hooked the kids up with the jerseys.
Yeah.
Tell them to turn around. Let me see that Hutton name on the back. Let's see.
Turn
here.
around. Turn around.
Let's see that name. Look at that. Huh?
All right. Hey, there we go. All right.
What are you hanging out down there rest of the day, or just another half inning?
Nah, just a half inning. Do you want me to bring you anything? You want a hot dog or a slider?
They got a cocktail in there?
Sliders are good. Well, I could manage that too, maybe.
No, I'm trying to watch my figure.
You're working, yeah. You're working.
I'll get you up to date on your scorebook when you get back.
Yeah, go do the game, and I'll see you in a half an inning.
All right, have fun. We'll see you in a bit, hopefully. If not, safe travels home.
Okay.
All right. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Jose Tena. Yeah, that misses high. What a great day. Organization has done such an amazing job of honoring Hud. It's amazing that so many fans here in South Florida, even before they think about a lot of players, think about Rich and Tommy and all those days. That's why I love them. Amidst a variety of other reasons. That's a big one. Rich wanted to make it, by the way, and we're hopeful that maybe he can get to the ballpark before the end of the season and hang out in the booth with us. That would be a thrill. That is carving foul. And before I forget, our producer, John Sulzer, who does such an amazing job on our crew, has worked tirelessly all season long to get all of these shout outs from other broadcasters and players and everybody in the truck on our graphic side and our video side. Have put all this stuff together, so it's an absolute blast today. Change up blast at the center. Ruiz going back with room, makes the catch. Nationals tie it with a couple of doubles here in the 4th. 3.5 in the books. Oh gosh, put them down high. Those were the days. Well, tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. A couple of booming doubles for the Nationals. Lyle and Cruz in the top half of this inning. So bottom 4, Xavier Edwards leading things off. Edwards bounced out to Chaparro at first, back in the 1st. Marlins got an RBI double from Heriberto Hernandez in inning number 1, and now Edwards swings right through a changeup. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll see how deep Jackson Kent can get into this ball game. That one misses low, and that was his 65th pitch of the afternoon. Kind of see why they like this young man. His major league debut, he went 4 and allowed 3 runs on 3 hits against the Cubs. He most recently started in Texas when he was hung with 5 runs, all earned on 8 hits over 3 2/3. That was his first loss of the season, and the most pitches he has thrown in a game through 2 major league starts was 84 pitches, so he's 18 away from that mark. Hoping this young man can be a part of the next good Nationals roster. He'll have to field his position here. He shuffles and fires just in time. Let's step aside for a message from Doral Kia.
Take advantage of a pricito now on all of your favorite new Kia models. Like a new Kia K5, Sportage, Sorento, Soul, and more.
So 1 away here in the home half of the 4th inning, and here is Esteury Ruiz, who struck out on a good slider from Kent back in the 1st. And there's a fly ball into right. Cruz is coming in. He makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Well, join us for Hello Kitty Day on Sunday, September 13th at 1:40. Score an exclusive Hello Kitty themed small purse with your special ticket package and catch the Marlins against the Dodgers. Get those tickets at marlins.com/Hello Kitty. And hello, Hut, you're back.
I made it back, but you caught me right in the middle of a slider.
That's
swallow.
okay. I'm sorry. Granddaughters here. Girls, you want to listen? Here, throw this headset on. You want to listen to us? One at a time now. Let's not get in an argument with each other. Can you hear us? All right, that's good. Your knobs are right here in case you need to adjust the volume. Bouncing ball past the diving Bebas at third, rolling down the left field line for Javier Sanoja. He'll cruise into second with a stand-up double.
You know, we talk about when you hit, you've got to have good balance. Here's a changeup. Javier Sanoja is so good at off-speed pitches, keeping his hands back. I mean, he kept balance. He maintained balance of the lower half and then used his hands to hit that changeup for a double.
We often say he's the best bad ball hitter on the team. He might just be the best bad ball hitter in all of baseball. And an opportunity for Davison De Los Santos, who singled in his first trip back to the plate in the show in the second.
Yeah, I think if the which the Marlins will see, you mentioned Ranger Suarez tomorrow night, with left-handers, we may see De Los Santos a little bit.
And he grounds one softly up the middle for Nunez, who throws him out, and the inning is over. So nothing for the Marlins after the two-out double from Sanoja. We'll go to the fifth inning, tied at 1. Now, top of the fifth inning, this is a 1-1 ball game. Scoreboard brought to you by Werner, Hoff, Greg, and Garcia. You see Cade Gibson loosening as we take a look at our Good Greek Moving and Storage roster move of the day. A bit of a surprise. John King has been designated for assignment. Jack Ralston, this is a big boy, hard-throwing right-hander, has been recalled from AAA Jacksonville when he debuts. It'll be his major league debut, but I think we're all a little surprised to see the news of John King today.
Yeah, you know, early in the year, I mean, he was lights out with getting ground balls. He had some struggles recently, but yeah, I would say surprised, yes.
Once he came back from the injured list, he just couldn't put it together again. I think his ERA was up near 10, and there's Jack. He's an excellent story, and I'm sure we'll get an opportunity to tell the fans about Jack, who's a little bit older, but he's having an outstanding year with AAA Jacksonville. But Clayton McCullough said earlier this morning, having the conversation with John King, maybe the hardest one of the year. I'm sure it caught him by surprise a little bit, but he also said, look, the situation we were in with John, we just didn't want to use a guy like that when you just need somebody to mop things up. It didn't seem fair the way he was pitching. So that was kind of that.
You know, you're right. Those decisions, managers will tell you, they're the hardest things they have to do when they have to tell somebody who's been a team player, who's done a pretty good job, have to tell him that that's it.
Bebas pops that fastball in the air near home plate. Javier Sanoja is racing in from third, and he made the catch. Look at Brian Navarreto. He's looking at him, hands on hips, like, hey, you're stealing my shine here. I could have grabbed that one. I've been doing this for a decade and a half.
Yeah, there's an adage that says if you're a first baseman, third baseman coming in, go ahead and take it. But that time, Navarreto, he was under it for a long time. But you know what? Give Javi credit for taking charge and calling.
Look at him smiling.
So Brian Navarreto, okay, good job.
That was like father, like son. Now, what are you doing? Ouch. Curveball hits Chaparro. One out hit by pitch. Moskis on the phone. Here's the curveball that got him.
Yeah, this curveball just got away from him. Catches him off that guard.
I don't know what feels worse, the ball or his elbow. It's a big dude,
Yeah, he's put together.
Look at those two at first base together right there.
Yeah.
Jeez. Wow. It's a lot of muscle. He'll go ahead and run it first here in the fifth with one out, and Nasim Nunez takes a strike, and a snap throw to first, not in time.
Well, that's one thing we've seen in the games that Navarreto has started. He's got a strong arm. Strong arm, quick release.
He is an outstanding backup catcher. And he kind of profiles as such. There have been so many backup catchers over the years. They're very light hitting, but every time you start them, they are never a liability behind the plate. In fact, more often than not, they are above average defenders. That's why they have the job. I think they're worried about Chaparro, who doesn't have a stolen base. Chaparro only has 1 stolen base in his career. That was back in 2024. And Nunez pops it up. All right. Javi's laughing at him.
He is. He called him off.
That one was more gettable for Javi. It didn't have as much hang time, but Navarreto said, don't even think about it.
Fun to see them having a good time. Watch how quickly Navarreto calls him off. I got it. I got it.
He's telling him, get away from me.
Yeah.
How much fun are those two having? Did that one hit him? It did. That fastball hit Jacob Young. That's the second hit by pitch in the inning. I think initially Young was going to ask the Nationals to take a look at this. He thought he was hit, but now the Marlins would like to challenge and say he did not get hit. So here comes the crew chief and third base umpire DJ Rayburn to get involved and ask New York.
Yeah, a lot of times you can hear a little tick.
Miami is challenging.
I'm not sure we heard that.
Now keep in mind, in New York they don't have the benefit of audibly listening.
Of the sound.
Yeah. We learned that a couple of years ago, maybe last year. Now we can listen. Did that hit his sleeve?
Did it catch a little bit of the sleeve?
If
it did, it didn't catch much.
I think the problem here for the Marlins could be that the call on the field is hit by pitch. Let's listen. I don't hear nothing.
Neither do I.
But again, they can't listen. I don't think it hit him, but I don't know if there's enough to overturn it. Marlins could be in danger of losing their challenge here in a 1-1 game, but we'll see.
But it is worth a challenge.
I think so. Absolutely. Austin Lamke, who does an outstanding job down there in the Marlins clubhouse, was quick to say we got to take a look, and he is surveying a dozen different angles immediately, and there may have been one that he at least felt definitively indicated that the ball did not hit Young.
And think how quickly he has to do that.
It's a totally thankless, extremely difficult job. I think they have come to a decision.
After review of the call on the field stands, the runner was hit by the pitch.
Yeah.
Miami loses their challenge.
I thought maybe, and Clayton McCullough hangs his head. That is a hit by pitch, and that's the second hit by pitch in the inning, and that might be the end of the afternoon for Jansen Junk, who's not going to get an opportunity to finish the fifth. Boy, Clayton seems a little perturbed that call stood. So here he comes. A couple of hit by pitches, and Clayton wants his right-hander. He made very certain to say that we need Michael Peterson here in the fifth. So here comes Big Mike, and we'll be right back.
It's Michael Peterson for the Marlins here in the top of the fifth. It is Players Weekend wrapping us across Major League Baseball, where the players are able to express their stories and interests through unique gear. That is the bat of Peterson's former teammate in Harry Ford. So Ford had a couple of parents who are born and raised in England, and of course, same with Peterson. Peterson was born in Great Britain, so they played together in Germany back in October of 2022. They faced each other yesterday in the fifth inning, and Peterson told me he's such a great guy that he couldn't look at him. He said he had to pretend he didn't know him, look straight at the catcher. He didn't even notice that Ford had that bat, guys. He had nothing but wonderful things to say about him. But when he took a look, he's like, wow, that is so cool. I'm really glad I didn't know that when I faced him yesterday.
Wow, that is outstanding, Kelly. Thank you so much. It's been a really fun weekend watching these guys express themselves out there on the field. I know a lot of folks have wondered throughout the course of the season, why does a big hard-throwing right-hander like Michael Peterson, who can get you outs late in games, why is he in now? It's a critical juncture. There's men on base, and this is where he has thrived this season. This is a very important part of this game now for Clayton McCullough as Dalen Lyle digs in. And the first offering cued foul.
Yeah, and with inherited runners, Michael Peterson has been, I want to say perfect, but almost perfect. He's inherited 23 runners. Only 2 have scored this year.
A high stress, high leverage situation, albeit the fifth. First and second with 2 out in a 1-1 game, and the 0-1 to Lyle misses inside. Bullpen yesterday, outstanding. 4 innings, 4 relievers, retired all 12 batters on 56 pitches, couple of strikeouts, no walks.
And Clayton kind of answered our question on the post game when he was talking about Pete Fairbanks.
Yes, he did.
Why Pete was not used, he said, you know, I have had him up a few times when he didn't get into games. He got into the game the day before. I just wanted him to sit for this one, and he said they talked about it before the game.
Teams are very careful. When relievers get hot in bullpens, they often will utilize that as an up. There's Pete. They will sometimes internally consider those outings as a true appearance. There's a 1-2. Up and away.
And trust me, with all the numbers and everything that's figured today, down there in the bullpen, every pitch is recorded, the number of pitches.
Yep.
How many times they record a pitch without getting in a game?
Right.
So
there's the boys. Ball 3. She stay tuned till the 7th inning for the stretch, brought to you by Celsius Energy Drinks. Clayton McCullough not willing to let Jansen Junk try to finish the 5th and work Lyle for the 3rd time. He doubled and scored against him in the 4th. Payoff pitch, runners go. Hit foul.
yeah, and you're right on with talking about Michael Peterson. You could come in to a save situation, but it could be a 3-run game, and you may have the bottom of the order. But here's a save situation right here. Could possibly be in this game.
Could certainly look back and say that was a big out. Trying to get a big out. Oh, missed high. On the 7th pitch to Lyle, and now the Nationals have the bases loaded for Ortiz. Well, bring your best friend out to Lone Depot Park for Bark at the Park. It's coming up tomorrow. Fans can bring their dogs and enjoy a pup-friendly night at the yard. Sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Get your tickets at marlins.com/bark. So bases loaded. Here is Abimelec Ortiz. And the designated hitter takes a slider at the top of the zone for strike 1. Dangerous situation for the Marlins here in the 5th. On an 0-1. Swing and a miss. Wow. A couple of sliders to start Ortiz.
You know, you think about it, he missed with a couple of fastballs to Lyle. Probably tried to overthrow a little bit, and he's come back and made 2 good pitches to Ortiz on the slider.
What would you do here?
I think you throw the slider again and make sure you throw it out of the zone. Or go up with heat out of the zone. Don't give him anything in the zone. There was the up with the heat out of the zone.
Changing eye level a little bit there, but now maybe they think about going back to the slider.
Yeah, I would think about that, yeah.
You don't have to bury it, but you don't necessarily have to throw it for a strike. They are loaded here in the 5th of a 1-1 game with 2 outs. The 1-2. Wow.
Stayed with the fastball. Took him out of the zone, though. He's going to chase.
There.
He's going to chase.
So do you stay up there one more time? Because Ortiz might be standing there thinking there's no way he throws me another one.
No.
Pitch number 5 coming. Here it is. Swing!
There it was.
He struck him out. And the side is retired. Nationals leave them loaded here in the 5th inning. We're halfway home from Lone Depot Park. A huge strikeout ends it for Peterson. Yeah, still a 1-1 ball game. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning here at Lone Depot Park. A huge bases loaded 2-out strikeout for Michael Peterson extinguished a fire in the top of the 5th. Kent threw 48 pitches in the 1st and 2nd inning. He's thrown 25 in the last 2. And Griffin Conine's going to lead off the bottom of the 5th. 8-9-1 due up here for Miami. tipped. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's a challenge for Griffin Conine, and I think for Griff to establish himself as a guy who's out there every day. I mean, you don't have to think you're going to hit 300 against a lefty, but go up, have good at bats, maybe in the 240, 250 range. Show some pop.
Fooled them with a slider that time. It's 1-2. And Calvin Fauché loosening. Feels like Clayton is about ready to give it all he has in an effort to sweep the Nationals here today. They have activity. It's the veteran right-hander Trevor Williams up.
Yeah, Calvin Fauché, last night's closer.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider. Second time today. Kent has got Conine. Let's go downstairs and check in with Kelly.
Guys, time now for our Ocean Bank Minor League report. We go down to Jupiter with the Hammerheads at Cedric Vargas. Guys, they were down 1 last night, down to the final strike in the 9th, smashed his 22nd home run of the season to give them the lead. Just what a moment for the 21-year-old shortstop this season. He's hitting .310. He's got the 22 home runs, like I mentioned, 81 RBIs. He can run a little too. He's got 8 stolen bases. How about this OPS of 945?
That is outstanding for a young player as Navarreto climbs the ladder. It's quickly 0-2.
And I always say, first of all, 21 years old. That's not a home run hitting league.
Not at all.
Because you're playing in all the spring training facilities, good ballparks. It's hot in the summer.
Yep.
So for him to hit over 20 home runs, outstanding.
Big ballparks for young players that they would play in if they would ever reach the major leagues. Another outstanding young talent coming up through the system. And Navarreto strikes out on a fastball. I think Kent has started to find his groove a little bit.
Yeah, all of a sudden, 5th strikeout, goes upstairs with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the young shortstop that Kelly focused on right there. He probably has his eye on Iva Arquette, a shortstop ahead of him.
Right.
Because that's kind of what you do when you're a young kid coming up in the minor leagues.
Yeah, there's no question. It's been some very healthy competition that the Marlins have built internally. Young players kind of biting on each other's heels throughout the system, which is what every organization strives for. And here's Otto Lopez.
And Iva Arquette probably follows Otto Lopez.
I'm sure he does. I think they have him moving around a little bit too on the diamond.
Yeah, that's good.
If he can hit his way up here, you got to find a spot. He needs to be moderately familiar with.
He's a big kid. He could probably play third base a little bit.
Otto now 2 for 9 in the series as he takes upstairs, count full. Williams loosening. You've got the powerful Augustine Ramirez on deck. Have to wonder how much longer Kent will be in. He's already exceeded more pitches than he's ever thrown in an outing. That was his 88th and it was fouled off.
Boy, and facing a guy who's just torn up left-handers this year, Otto came into the game hitting .368 against left-handed pitching.
And there's ball 4. Ruiz thought about challenging. And
well, Otto did challenge. I don't know if he heard ball 4. He challenged. Watch Otto on the ball 4 call.
It's the second day in a row that both players wanted the challenge.
And they both look at each other and go, what?
Lopez thought it was called strike 3. Otto chatting with Craig Driver at first. Meanwhile, Simon Matthews, the young pitching coach, out there chatting with Jackson Kent. Obviously, the Nationals want to get this young southpaw through the 5th. What a young coaching staff. Really, both teams. Here's our Toyota trend this afternoon. Consecutive wins over an opponent. Active streaks. Marlins have won 7 consecutive over the Nationals. Cubs have won 7 in a row over the Mets. How about the crushing losses in back-to-back games for the Cubs in Seattle? That's a crusher out to left on a line. A base hit for Ramirez. Now, quickly 2 aboard with 2 out, and Hernandez will bat, and he almost hit a homer in his last trip to the plate.
Boy, Gus really crushed this ball. This is where you'd love to see a little more elevation. That ball's out of here. But a sharply hit single. Not too many singles in the outfield tie up the outfielders, and that's going to be all for Kent.
Yeah, after Hernandez nearly homered for the 5th time in his last 6 games in the 3rd, Blake Butera will not let Jackson Kent face Heriberto Hernandez. He will instead go to his veteran right-hander Trevor Williams. We're going to keep it right here as Williams comes in out of the bullpen to relieve Kent, who works 4 2/3, but it has gotten away with him from him a little bit here with 2 outs. All right, we got some more shout outs for you, Hut. Let's take a look. Who we got?
Who we have?
Well, if it isn't Tommy Hutton. What's up, T. Hut? I just want to congratulate you on a remarkable career.
And you had an amazing career. Hope your happiness is awesome, T. Hut. We love you, bro. Kevin Millar here, sending off.
Just want to wish you the best of luck on your retirement. Thank you for everything you've done for the Fish. Hope to see you in Napa again sometime soon.
The booth will not be the same without you. Enjoy retirement, and thanks again for all you've done. We love you, buddy.
As a pinch hitter deluxe and first baseman, a fine fielding first baseman, may I add. And my goodness, could Tom Hutton hit Baseball Hall of Famer Tom Seaver?
That is the great Dan Baker, the
he's
longtime public address announcer.
Well, he's been there so long. He was there when I played in Philadelphia. So
oh my
great
God.
to see Dan. He's had his health issues. Glad he's back.
He still demands that podium behind home plate before every game, and he does his announcements on the field. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's great. Who else? Cody Ross, JJ on the golf course
JJ
behind the sphere.
I love the JJ went on the golf course. Yeah. Cody was great. Love those guys. Kevin Millar, outstanding.
Oh my God.
Dempster, Leiter, just a great group of guys.
And more to come. We have spent all year getting shout outs for the slugging Tommy Hutton.
Stand up double.
The umpires. I love old baseball footage. So good. So here is Heriberto Hernandez facing the 34-year-old Trevor Williams, who slings a sweeper up there at 77 miles an hour. It's 0-1.
Yeah, it was interesting. Remember last night we were talking about Heriberto, his ability to hit that slider, that sweeper, and then all of a sudden he popped a fastball out of here. So he has that ability as well.
Trevor Williams has spent over a decade in the major leagues. This is his 17th career appearance against the Marlins, whom he's made 11 starts against. First time facing him this season.
To see him with the Nationals as we are now, but as a starter, didn't he start for them a while back?
Yes, he did. He's kind of been in and out of rotations throughout the course of his career. He's pitched in the rotation with Pittsburgh, with New York. He made 17 starts with the Nationals in the rotation last year. The interesting note on Trevor Williams, he was a Marlins second-round pick in 2013 out of Arizona State University, and he was traded by the Marlins to the Pirates for a minor leaguer in October of 2015. That was that deal that brought back the pitching coordinator to Miami, but a part of that deal you had to make basically a player transaction. I recall Jim Benedict may have been the gentleman who was brought here,
the pitching coordinator,
and that was kind of like part of the deal, if I recall correctly. Chopper towards third, foul. You know, the other big high-profile trade that Trevor Williams was a part of was in July of 2021 when he was traded by the Cubs with Javier Baez to the Mets for Pete Crow Armstrong. Williams was in that deal, and he went on to have some success in New York, but obviously a trade that feels a little lopsided these days.
Yeah, I think a lot of people felt Pete Crow Armstrong was the original Cub. That's not the case. Ask Met fans.
I think he's going to win the MVP. And missed inside. And we have a challenge coming. Feels like the bases will be loaded, but we will make certain of that. ABS powered by T-Mobile. This didn't catch the inside corner, did it? No.
Got a little indication from Hernandez because Roberto took off all his armor.
That was worth a challenge. Could have ended the inning, but now the Marlins have the bases loaded here in the 5th inning, and Xavier Edwards will be the batter. Edwards this season has a couple of homers against the Nationals. He does not have a grand slam in his major league career. Here's the splits for Edwards this season. More power from the right side. Hits for a better average from the left side.
I think what you want to see here and what X is thinking is one of those line drives between third and short. Shortstop Nunez playing well up the middle, so there's a nice opening over there.
Boy, there's ball 3. And Williams is on the verge of walking in a run.
Yeah, and X is going to make him pitch. He's going to take this 3-0 pitch.
Down the middle of the plate for strike 1. You'd think he has to throw it again.
Yeah, he's got the green light. He's swinging 3-1, but he wants that fastball again, the one he saw at 3-0.
Line drive left field. Base hit. A couple of runs will score. Here comes Ramirez. The throw to the plate not in time. Say something about a base hit to left field?
Said something about a line drive between third and short into left field. It was elevated a little more than I thought, but it was absolutely perfect. Got himself in a great hitter's count, out over the plate. Didn't try to pull a ball or he rolls over on it. Stayed back and hit that beautiful line drive.
Swing and a miss by Esteury Ruiz. Let's take one more look at that sweet swing.
See a lot of guys 3-1 know they're going to get that fastball. Will come out of their shoes a little bit, try to pull something. He stayed back and just got that sweet base hit.
Ruiz hit that foul off his foot. It's 0-2. Well, the Nationals had their chance with the bases loaded here in the top half of the inning, but Peterson punched out Ortiz to end the threat, and Williams replacing Kent not as lucky here in the 5th after a walk to Hernandez to load him. A 2-run single for Edwards, and watch where this ball hit Ruiz. Ouch.
Hey.
Off the inside of his left shin. Marlins have a 2-run advantage, hoping for more. Hernandez at second, Edwards at first. So you can close the books on Jackson Kent because Williams now responsible for the runners on base. Kent goes 4 2/3 and allows 3 runs all earned, 4 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. And that one missed outside.
By the way, to revisit that stat we gave you on Michael Peterson, 24 inherited runners now and only 2 have scored. Well, 2 inherited runners just scored off Trevor Williams. That shows the importance of that stat.
Sure does. Swing swing and a miss, but the Marlins capitalize with the bases loaded, and it's 3-1.
If you keep making...
I guess it's the teal. Big Red. What a blast. Call it. Go ahead and call it right now. A well-needed win. Just going to sit back and watch the fellas enjoy themselves.
Well, it's Thank You Tommy Day here at Lone Depot Park, and well, thank you to Xavier Edwards for giving him the lead, and another member of the Hutton crew in the booth.
Well, yeah, we got Palmer here.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Palmer
Headset's
lost the
coming
headset.
off. We'll get that fixed.
Love the lid.
Yeah.
Look at the hat. Is that a team store deal?
Yeah. Palmer's 5 now. She just started kindergarten.
Whoa.
Right?
It's a big year. Got your boys here, got your wife here, got the grandkids here. It's a great day. It's been a fun day as Dylan Cruz rolls one over to second. Calvin Fauché on to pitch, and immediately 1 pitch and 1 out.
Yeah, it was one of the things that my sons always enjoyed over the years was our occasional road trip. You know, I'd let them make a road trip. They had more fun when they got a little older.
I bet they did.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why.
As they hit that 21-year old age, they had a little more fun.
Right, of course. Nice start here to the 6th inning for Calvin Fauché.
But I always used to love their favorites. I mean, they loved Alfredo Amezaga, A.J. Burnett, Luis Castillo.
Hey, speaking of road trips.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we talked about your trip to Japan back in the day playing a little ball. You care to share about some of your experiences playing in Japan?
Well, yeah, I got invited by the Dodgers. I was 20 years old, and they took a group over to Japan. We played 17 exhibition games.
Is that all?
In 3 weeks.
Jeepers.
Yeah, we got to play against Sadaharu Oh, the great home run hitter.
Wow.
Shiego Nagashima was, I think, a Hall of Fame third baseman, and so it was fun for me. It was a great experience playing against those guys.
Wow.
But we were there for a long time.
That's amazing. 17 exhibition games?
Yeah. And we played against mostly Japanese all-star teams. So guys who were, playing in Japan. And Sadaharu Oh didn't play in all 17. He probably played in 11 or 12. And I think he hit 7 or 8 home runs against the Dodgers.
Wow. Here's the 3-2 to Ruiz. They missed outside for ball 4. What was your favorite part of Japan? I'm sure you ate well over there. Some delicious food. Oh, my goodness gracious.
You talk about, this is 1966, by the way. So
where are you in this photo?
Oh, I don't know.
Wait, you're right there. There he is. I saw you in the original photo.
Number 4. Wow. Taking a cut at first base.
Great stretch.
Yeah, that was fun. And for me, as a 20-year-old kid, I had been in AA and AAA, and to get a chance to go over there with them was fun.
It's unbelievable.
I'm not going to give you the numbers, but the amount that they paid us for that 3 weeks was more than I made in my minor league salary for the 6 months that year.
Isn't that crazy? What a great experience, though. Yeah, Ruiz at first, tying run at the plate here in the 6th. Marlins leading 3-1. Edwards, a bases loaded, 2 out. 2-run single in the bottom of the 5th as Fauché punches out Tena on a good curveball for the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, Tena missed this one.
Oh, gosh.
By a ton. That's the one weapon. I mean, Calvin Fauché has many weapons. So it makes him, tough for opposing hitters. Not just a 1 or 2 pitch guy.
He's got that ERA under 4, making his 56th appearance of the year. darn near pitching every other game. So here is your beat Bebas, who's 0 for 2 in this one. Has grounded out and popped out. This is back-to-back games for Fauché pitching in this series.
And I think so important for Calvin Fauché to shut things down after the Marlins took that lead, scoring the 2 runs in the bottom half.
Put it to bed, as they say. The 1-0. Missed low.
Yeah, don't ever underestimate the shutdown inning.
That was the Marlins' problem in Philadelphia. Every time they would score, they'd allow the Phillies to score, and it's too much to overcome. Big swing there.
As you well know, that's not an easy environment.
No.
For players. Philly fans are good fans, but they'll let you know.
They're ruthless.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also a very important environment for young players to play in. This game might be tied. That ball is stung. Deep right center. Way back. It's off the wall. Conine hits the deck. Scoring from first is Ruiz. That is a double for Bebas. It's 3-2. He just missed the game-tying 2-run homer. Like Conine hit that wall hard out there, and he just now gets up. See all the dirt on his back.
Yeah, I was with you. I thought this ball was out. Had a lot of hang time. Griffin was able to get there, but couldn't quite get to where the ball was. A little bit to his left. Banged up against that wall with his shoulder, but he appears to be okay, and that's good.
It's that surgically repaired shoulder of his as well. And here is Chaparro with a chance to tie it or potentially give the Nationals the lead. Now, watching that replay back, Bebas missed a game-tying homer by maybe a foot. And Conine did not miss it by much either when he went crashing into the wall. Terrific effort. All sorts of dirty out there.
Yep, just check, make sure all the parts are there.
Yeah. Fly ball right field. Here comes Griff. Still coming. Makes the catch. Nationals get one back. 3-2. We're in the middle of the 6th. Miami Marlins baseball is brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the pricey. By the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. And by Amazon. Spend less on your kids for back to school. Some of your partners over the years. There's Rich, Bobby Mercer, Len Casper.
You're part of that group, Kyle.
Thank
All
you.
great partners.
Your check's in the mail.
Yeah, it was fun. That 1 year I worked with Bobby Mercer doing Yankee games on MSG.
Fly ball in the air left field. Sanoha has hit this pretty well. Back onto the warning track. She goes, and he made the catch. I don't know if Dalen Lyle just took a homer away from Sanoha or not, but that was going to be really close.
We have seen a couple of just outstanding catches in this ball game today. The one in center field by Young, and yeah, I think that ball would have traveled out of the ballpark.
It was really close. Wow, this is a great
Lyle
shot.
times it. Glove is over the wall as he makes the catch.
Dang.
That's robbery.
Dugout can't believe it.
You can get 8 to 10 on that.
Lyle, at the very least, robbed Sanoha of extra bases, and now Jacob Marcy is going to pinch hit for Davison de los Santos. Jacob takes a strike at the knees. Marcy 3 for 7 in the series, a triple, a homer, an RBI, and a couple of runs scored. That's a really nice series for Jacob.
Yeah, yesterday I love the way he stayed back on this changeup. Just generated some pop. And for Jacob Marcy, home run number 8. I truly feel things will turn around for him next year. I can picture him hitting 15 home runs, stealing 25, 30 bases, and playing the kind of center field we've seen him play all year.
I'll tell you what, Hunt. I don't think it's out of the question he could do it over the final 30-plus games. If he has a great month, he's got 8 homers, he's got 20 stolen bases. I mean, who knows? He'd have to get scorching hot, but he's gotten hot lately, and there's ball 4. He's got that terrific eye, and the Marlins have a 1-out base runner. He could add to his stolen base total right here.
Yeah, we can set those standards high. I remember Bob Uecker always said he just all he wanted to do was hit 1 during the year, because then all he'd have to do next year is hit 2.
This feels like a great matchup for Griff. Williams really not close to the plate right now.
Yeah, I think right now Griff too is just happy to not see Jackson Kent, the lefty.
Conine 0 for 8 in the series with a handful of strikeouts. He's punched out twice today. Well, you know he'd love to turn one loose right here in a 2-0 offering. That was close.
Yep, Jacob was inching off a little bit.
But they say if it's that close, you had a perfect sized lead. That's a healthy one. There's ball 3.
Yeah, if you're, they used to teach you, if you're a step and a dive back to the bag, that's a good lead.
There's your step and a dive. Let's see if Conine has a green light here. 3-0.
I would say yes.
But it doesn't matter. That's outside for ball 4. Back-to-back 1-out walks issued by Williams. Well, did you know the Marlins Foundation hosts weekly online auctions? Don't miss your chance to bid on exclusive Marlins items during select home games. Score signed memorabilia, unique experiences, and a whole lot more while helping support the Marlins Foundation. You can learn more at marlins.com/auction. Love the teal bases. We're going to have a meeting on the mound. Conine is at first base. Marcy's at second. I think we're going to get a pinch hitter. We will. Joe Mack, under the tutelage of Pedro Guerrero, is going to pinch hit. It's interesting here because Williams really has not had much in the way of control. So how patient is Joe Mack?
Yeah, this is for any hitter, especially a young hitter too now. And Joe, it's a tough situation. You want to be aggressive. You think and you're going to be looking for a fastball, but you've seen the control of Williams, so it's kind of a catch-22.
After the mound visit, the pitch to Mack, that is right there.
And he probably went up there saying, "I'm going to take a pitch," and he got that fastball right down the chute.
Joe batting .233 on the year, 12 homers. As a rookie, gets jammed, and he floats that down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Marcy will score. Conine will stop at third. And a pinch hit. RBI double for Joe Mack. Gives the Marlins a 4-2 lead.
Take that pitch down the middle, and then you maybe don't hit a ball the way you had mapped it all out. Gets in on you a little bit. Joe actually thought it might go foul when he initially hit the ball. Took a peek. Let's see. Going to stay fair? Yeah, it's going to stay fair. Got yourself a 2-base hit and an RBI.
Fair by that much. Bat might have exploded. So here is Otto Lopez. I kind of like that with 1 out. You tell me if you feel the same way. A conservative stop sign for Blake Lally, knowing, hey, Otto Lopez is on deck. We got a couple of men in scoring position. We lead by 2. Let's give him a chance here.
Yeah, no sense sending. So I thought that, yeah, you're absolutely right.
The 1-0. Foul tipped at the plate, 1-1.
Also makes the Nationals bring their infield in.
So here's our arm strength, Hut. I don't know if you've seen this, but you see all the red. All of those arms in the outfield are below average. See the league average at each individual position. So you can run on this outfield that's really deep right now. In fact, Jacob Young in center field. What's he doing out there?
He's as deep as.
Holy cow! Look how deep he is.
Yeah, he is. That's why it was always fun watching Andrew Jones.
And Lopez golfs that in the right center. Here comes Cruz. Will they test his arm? They will. Here comes Conine, and the throw is up the line. Right on command. It's not a great arm in right, and a sacrifice fly for Otto Lopez makes it a 5-2 game.
Sometimes it all comes together with graphics that we show you. Below average arm strength. There was never a doubt Blake Lally was going to send Griffin Conine, and Otto picks up the sac fly. So Griff immediately goes back, tags up. In comes Cruz. Below average arm, takes his catcher way offline.
Not a very good throw at all. Here's Augustin Ramirez. So the Nationals probably feeling a little bit of momentum, get a run in the 6th inning. They make it a 1-run game, but immediately, we just talked about this, the Marlins respond and get 2 back. It'll drive you nuts as a manager. Bouncing ball left side. Picking it on a hop is Bebas, who sort of first is in time, but the Marlins get a couple of runs on a hit and lead 5-2 as we go to the 7th. Back here in Miami, top of the 7th. Scoreboard brought to you by WHG. Marlins leading 5-2. Jack Ralston set to make his major league debut, and Kelly chatted with Daniel Moskis about Jack earlier today.
Hey, Kyle, well, I talked to Ralston and asked him how he would describe himself to Marlins fans. He says, well, he goes out there every day and competes, and this is my favorite part. He says, I throw funny, and I use it to my advantage. He's got the unique arm slot that is what intrigued the Marlins back in December when they picked him up. It makes for a very uncomfortable at-bat. Marlins pitching coordinator Bill Hiesel back in April told me they tweaked his pitch usage. They want to see more splitters and sliders while still utilizing that fastball. The comp that they gave me, Trey is savage. They said what makes him unique is that over-the-top arm slot, guys. So keep an eye on it.
And you're about to find out that this young man has an absolutely filthy splitter, and after 212 or 214 minor league appearances, here he is in the major leagues.
Yeah, and you saw that over the top. That was a great comp in Trey Yesevich, the young kid with the Blue Jays.
Outstanding numbers with Jacksonville as Nasim Nunez takes that splitter outside.
You love in your bullpen to have different looks. You don't want everybody to be the same.
Nunez tried to bunt for a hit. Let's take a look at this motion we're talking about.
See if you can find the ball. Right over the top, over the shoulder.
Grew up in Panorama City, California. He's 29 years old. He's 6 feet 6 inches tall. He's 230 pounds, and he's got himself in a 1-2 count on Nunez. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. We have a host of defensive changes we'd like to tell you about. Joe Mack behind the plate, Ralston on the mound, your new battery. Conine from right to first, Ruiz from center to right, and Jacob Marcy is in center now. That's your changes. There's the boys.
Always keep those extra gloves handy.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. That's the first major league strikeout for Jack Ralston.
Get that ball authenticated.
95-mile-an-hour fastball in the dirt. Now that catapult over the top motion, does it make you feel, if you're Nunez, like that pitch is going to be a strike the way it comes at you?
Yeah, and it's just a it's almost like the old Iron Mike pitching machine that was around years ago. Right over the top. And you don't see a lot of guys with this motion.
Fresh from AAA Jacksonville. He's on in the 7th inning of a 3-run game. So I told you his splitter is his best pitch. He only used it about 1/3 of the time in the Cardinals organization, but the Marlins have increased that usage. And part of the reason he's having so much success is he taught himself this splitter during his junior year of high school after he saw Joaquin Benoit's split changeup mentioned on an ALCS broadcast. He found the grip online that clicked right away. It's filthy. There's your in-game box score. Lyle with a hit, Cruz with a hit, Vivas with a hit. Just 3 hits for Washington, just a couple of runs. And a bouncing ball to shortstop off the bat of Jacob Young. Lopez hurries, throws him out by plenty. There's 2 out, and we're going to get you a message from our friends at Warner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia.
Winning doesn't just happen by accident. At WHG, we know every case is earned before you ever step inside the courtroom. WHG, preparation wins.
So Lopez takes care of Young. Hutt, you'll love this additional note on Ralston. There's plenty of them. He was in AA Springfield in 2024, and he had gotten off to a really rotten start as Dalen Lyle takes a called strike. Jason Isringhausen, many know the name. The Cardinals' all-time saves leader was visiting Springfield as a roving instructor, and he noticed that Ralston was flying open way too early. And he worked with him to fix that issue, and he finished the season with a 2.73 ERA. As Lyle swings and misses, a nasty splitter. It's 0-2.
Yeah, and as a big guy, and we talk about it a lot with Yuri Perez, as a big guy, you have a tendency to fly open. There's the grip on the split. Nasty. Your body just takes you that way because of your size.
0-2. He's got a twin sister who's a foot shorter than he is. Jack.
I wonder if she throws a splitter too.
I'd imagine so. You want to know why he loves the over-the-top delivery too? His favorite pitcher growing up was Justin Verlander.
A little Tim Lincecum too.
I like that. Bouncing ball to first. An outstanding major league debut for Jack Ralston. A perfect 7th on 13 pitches. Nice job, Jack. It's time for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Celsius Energy Drinks.
And welcome to the stretch presented by Celsius Energy Drinks. Marlins have a 5-2 lead. We'll see if they can hold it down for the sweep here. But today is certainly all about our broadcast partner and friend, Tommy Hutton. What a fantastic ceremony before the game. And I really feel like the words are hard to come by for a lot of us here as we bid farewell to Tommy at the end of the season. But the words are coming in from all across Major League Baseball. Let's check in with some of his old buddies and new buddies here in his broadcast career.
You've always been a gentleman, a kind man, knowledgeable as any, and always made it fun. And I appreciate your friendship. Your family's beautiful. Enjoy this next stage of your life. And again, congratulations.
I am so pumped for this next chapter because I know it means that you're going to have even that much more time to spend with those sweet grandbabies that you love so much. Congratulations, Tommy. You're the best. I love you. Laylock out.
We need more guys like Tommy Hutton. Your passion for the game, your stories, your friendship, that is something I will treasure forever. I really am honored to be part of the announcers family that you're a part of.
I really appreciate your friendship and all you taught me about baseball. I know you're really excited about this new chapter. Fans are going to miss you. I'm going to miss you. And I'm really going to miss seeing this smiling face.
I want to wish you the very best of health, happiness, and a long, prosperous retirement. We'll see you at Starbucks. All the best.
One of my great memories of Tommy Hutton was after the 2003 World Series, seeing the autograph lines for everyone lined up at FanFest. Longest line in 2004, our broadcast partner, Tommy Hutton. We'll be back to Marlins baseball after a quick word from our friends at Celsius.
Well, I'm told we have some Tommy Hutton fun facts. I haven't seen these. What do we have? He was a contestant on The Dating Game. You worked 10 no-hitters?
Yeah.
Of course, we all know about your success against Tom Seaver and your wife Debbie as a twin who married MLBer Dick Ruthven.
And those are all true.
And your brother-in-law went straight from college to the major leagues.
Yes, he's on that list of guys who went from Fresno State. That's where he went, right to the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yourself, on the other hand, you told Tommy you were done, and then you hung around for a little bit longer.
Took me
55 years later, here you are, Hud.
Yeah, it took me 7 years in the minor leagues, 5.5 in AAA. So that was my early journey.
I saw Al Leiter. You have his glove, right?
Yeah, I used that glove today because I remember, I think it was in spring training, we were doing something and I needed a glove. And Al just said, here, use this one. So I still have Al's glove.
Do you remember your lone pitching appearance?
I do, yeah.
How'd it go?
Well, as I've told people, I almost pitched for the cycle. Because...
oh, no. A first baseman is making his first appearance as a pitcher. Ooh, was that a sweeper? That was Keith Hernandez.
Yeah, I tried to sneak the curveball and fool Keith Hernandez, and he took me deep.
Does he remind you of
I have
that?
never seen that.
Really?
You
want to see it again?
I've never seen that.
I'll show you again. That's unbelievable. You left. That was.
See, I gave up.
Here,
a
come on, one more. If you've never seen it, we'll send you the video.
Okay.
Had too much of the plate.
Yeah, I did. I gave up a home run, a double, a single. I got a ground ball out, a fly ball out, and a strikeout. So I did everything but give up a triple.
And that was the last time you were on the mound.
Yeah, that was it.
Hey, it's been a great day, though. This is awesome. Family's here. Granddaughter's been up here. Your wife, your sons, everybody is here. Marlins are winning a ball game. We got a month left together. This has been
That's
great.
right.
We have more to come. We have some more shout-outs for you.
All right.
Oh, you and Howie Rose going out together.
Yeah, Howie lives not too far from me, so we may hook up on the golf course.
Well, I told him that when I was there. I said, Howie, Hut would love to play around with you, but he said it's just a different league. The one you play in.
Yeah, well, I might agree with that. I've seen him play.
Heriberto strikes out on a sweeper. Oh, man. There's the crew.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
Your wife just started whispering about something.
I know. Yeah, it's...
What is so secretive down there?
I don't know. I'll have to ask later. That's her one of her best friends, Donna. So there you go.
Has she spoken to you about being around a little too much come next year? Is that something that's been discussed?
Yeah, but I don't just hang. No. I can veg in front of the TV a little bit, so I have to be careful about that.
Be watching a lot of Marlins baseball?
I'll be texting you. You like the swag? Everybody looking good, huh?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a great day. Great crowd. Indoors. I bet you probably never thought when you started with the Marlins we'd be playing indoors one day.
Oh, I can remember some of those days, many of those days.
Soft liner into center. That's picked off by Young, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, it seemed like every day at the old ballpark, come batting practice time, 4:30, 5 o'clock, it would start to rain. And guys would take their batting practice inside. We'd have our notes and everything done and wondered what time game time will be. But generally, if there was a delay early, there usually wasn't a delay during the game.
Really?
I mean, there weren't that many rainouts. There were more delays.
Right. Guess you couldn't auction off the batting practice experience at the old ballpark. Ken here. Quickly 2 out for Trevor Williams, but the Marlins in the driver's seat to sweep this series. We have a challenge coming. This is a Marlins challenge. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Esteri Ruiz thinks this is a ball. And Esteri Ruiz is correct.
Pitch the ball. Miami has 2 remaining.
Good eye.
He had one, I believe, last night go against him.
Yes, he did. Marlins have drawn 6 walks in this game. 4 of them have scored. It's a big no-no. A big yes for the Fish, but for the Nationals, I'm sure they're starting to feel like times are getting pretty tough. Swing, get a miss, and the side is retired. So nothing doing for the Marlins here in the 7th. We'll go to the 8th on Tommy Huttendale. 0-3 in the clubhouse.
How you doing, Hutt? What can I say, Len? What can I say? They love me down here. Back with Tommy in one moment, but
back here at Lone Depot Park, top of the 8th inning. This is not unusual for Jack Ralston. He asked for more than 3 outs as Abimelec Ortiz leads things off for the Nationals. In his 39 appearances for AAA Jacksonville this season, 16 of them, so a little less than half of them, were 2+ innings of work. He did go 3 innings once. That was back on May 5th. So it'd been a while, but I think Clayton was like, man, he did not feel or seem overwhelmed. We have a 3-run lead. Go get yourself 3 more outs.
Yeah, and that's just another bonus when you get somebody that joins the club out of the bullpen that you know can go more than that 1 inning.
And I'm sure Clayton was monitoring him carefully. It's the manager's job to have a pulse of, well, he got his 3 outs. It was a little dicey. Let's give him a breather. No, he looks really good. There's a swing and a miss. He has displayed an outstanding slider and a splitter.
And they both looked unhittable.
Yeah, it did. And the more you watch, the more you see his favorite player of all time, Justin Verlander, in there. Just right over the top. An over-the-top splitter has got to be one of the hardest pitches in baseball to hit, if I were to guess.
Yeah, you talk about a tumbling effect.
And it's 6'6".
Yeah.
So think about where it's coming from, and it's hard to hit. Slider lifted in the air to left on his horse Hernandez. 1 gone here in the 8th. Now, don't forget, the Marlins host weekly online auctions, and don't miss your chance to bid on exclusive Marlins items during select home games. Get yourself some signed memorabilia, unique experiences, and more while helping support the Marlins Foundation. You can learn more by visiting marlins.com/auction. Here's still in Cruz. Slider banged foul.
And the thing is, and I think we saw it, if you can think back to last year when the Blue Jays used Trey Yasevich, it was such a different look, and you saw hitters just not look comfortable at the plate.
Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. Swing and a miss.
Just like that.
A high splitter. What are you supposed to do with that?
Yeah, well, you think it's out of the zone, then all of a sudden you think, well, no, wait a minute, that pitch drops a little bit. It might come down in the zone.
They say he is a very fierce competitor. Here's his 0-2. Check swing, soft roller. You got to be kidding me. Come on now. It's an infield base hit for Cruz. Tough league, huh, Jack? Javi was trying to blow this ball foul.
Yeah,
they do that anymore.
There was an old video. Was it years ago? Lenny Randall at the Kingdome in Seattle.
On the AstroTurf.
On the AstroTurf, trying to blow the thing foul.
So a 1-out base runner, and it's a heck of a block by Joe Mack. You don't think about that component. 6'6", a devastating splitter, and you have to trust the guy behind the plate to block these balls with a man on. Well, that was a fastball, though. Oh my gosh, it caught nothing except his inner thigh.
Yep, inner thigh. Didn't get leather.
So without Wood and Abrams, in 4 games because Abrams has only been out here since the middle of the week. But without those 2, 6 runs, 17 hits, and the Nationals are 3 for 17 with runners in scoring position. There are both of those guys. Wood is behind Abrams. There you go. It's big game James, not James Shields.
With those 2 guys and Luis Garcia Jr., who they traded, that's minus 82 home runs.
Abrams had 91 RBIs, 4th most in baseball. Weak fly ball, shallow right. Here comes Ruiz. He started back. He'll have to play it on a hop. He fires it into second, but not in time. I think he may have stayed put just a touch too long off the bat, and he couldn't recover.
Yeah, it cost him taking those steps back. His ball hit off the end of the bat. There's 2 or 3 steps. That's quite a bit. And even with his speed, he couldn't recover. Boy, you think about the 2 hits that Ralston's allowed. One that went 45 feet and a little bloop fly ball.
Slider drops in there for strike 1 on Jose Tena, who's 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts and a line out to center. Splitter is a very useful pitch when you're looking for a ground ball if you get it where you want it. And by the way, we showed C.J. Abrams. He's obviously unavailable. And you have your backup catcher, Harry Ford, who you want to try to stay away from. It really only leaves Blake Butera with House and Pinckney on the bench if you're thinking about late game pinch hitting situations. Ralston comes home with a 1-2, and he struck him out with a splitter right at the top of the strike zone. 2nd strikeout in the big leagues for Ralston. There's 2 away.
Yeah, again, you give up on that a little bit when it's up in the zone. It's a good pitch. I think it's going to be high. The ball comes down, just caught that upper part. Nice little splitty. What Clemens used to call his, Mr. Splitty.
Here is Jorbit Bibas. Splitter misses low for ball 1.
It's a pitch that not every pitcher can throw. You've got to have pretty large hands because the ball split between your fingers.
Bouncing ball left side, flagged down by Sanoja. Spins, fires the first, little low, dug out by Konai, and the inning is over. That is a run saved by Javier Sanoja. And the Nationals leave 2 on here in the 8th. Little spinorama, little recovery. This copyrighted telecast is presented by Authority, the Miami Marlins, and may not be reproduced or retranslated in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Miami Marlins. Beautiful day for a ball game here in Miami. It's 5-2 Marlins looking to sweep the Nationals and run their winning streak against them to 8. So far so good as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Scoreboard brought to you by Warner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia. Sanoja facing Max Kranick. And he flies the first one he sees to left. What a great play by Sanoja to end the top of the 8th, and there's 1 out here.
I'm always amazed, and I think a lot of times young pitchers who come up from the minor leagues, they'll okay, gave up a couple of blue pit, infield hit, but then they're amazed by the defense that can be played behind them. They might not get that defense in AA or AAA.
You know who immediately comes to mind when I think about that? During COVID, Braxton Garrett made his debut, and Brian Anderson made this unbelievable play outside of third and foul territory. I forget who he threw out now, but never forget the look on Braxton's face when BA made that play. But quickly 1 out, and Kranick facing Marcy. 2 1/3 for Williams. 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Just far too many walks for Washington today. They've walked 6 in this game. Fairbanks in the bullpen after he was off yesterday. Fauché saved that game. Marcy with a line shot through the left side.
You see that coming. You see that, you know things are settling in.
Better late than never.
Jacob got a base hit like that yesterday in the 6th inning. Staying back. Because when you think about the year he's had, he's just been off a little bit. There have been a lot of pitches he's had, in my opinion, that were good pitches to hit that he would pop up.
Just missed.
Roll over. Yeah, just missed.
There is Griffin Conine. You know what's interesting about this, Hut? And there's double-barreled action in the bullpen. Vodnik loosening alongside Fairbanks if there's not a save in it. So Jansen Junk is not eligible for a win. The Marlins did score after Peterson got the final out of the 5th. But this will be to the discretion of the official scorer. You might give this win to Jack Ralston. 2 innings out of the bullpen, as opposed to 1 out recorded by Peterson, but it was a big situation.
I know it was a big situation. It was only 1 out, though. Guys have gotten wins recording 1 out.
I think Ralston could win this game.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Conine waits on a 1-1. And he drills that into right. A ringing base hit. Marcy's going to try for third. Here comes the throw. It's not in time. Aggressive heads-up base running. We showed you the arm strength of these outfielders.
That's exactly why Jacob Marcy raced to third base. He was watching the telecast. He saw the breakdown of the arm strength in the outfield. But I'm just joking. This is what guys go over before games. They know the arm strength of outfielders. A little stutter step, and he realized he had a shot. But every player knows which outfielder has the best arm, which is below average. That's part of the game.
Here comes Joe Mack, who had a pinch hit, run scoring double in the 6th. He's batting once again here in the 8th. Yeah, there's ball 1. There's a 1-0. Just outside for ball 2.
Joe can find that hole over on the left side too every now and then.
Sure. So Marcy at third with Conine at first. 5-2 Marlins leading here in the 8th. Weak swing and a miss. There was a slider.
Yeah, he was thinking. He wasn't thinking breaking ball.
Hey, I've gotten some clarification. So if the Marlins hang on to win, the win has to go to Peterson because he was the pitcher when the Marlins took the lead. He entered when it was tied. It's only discretionary if the Marlins were winning when Junk got pulled. So there is some nuance there. Bouncing ball to the right side. Mack's got to hurry to stay out of a double play. He does. And a run scores. Slow developing up the middle with Tena and Nunez. And Joe Mack hustles it out and gets himself his second RBI of the day.
Yeah, part of it was because that ball was chopped high in the air, and second baseman Tena got a high hop. And you're right, it was slow unraveling, but slow enough that Joe beat it out, got the RBI.
He'll take it. Now there's no save in it. You'll probably see Victor Vodnik. And that would give.
Thus another one of those ups that a guy in the bullpen has if in fact Pete doesn't come in.
Well, I would imagine too, you know, up until a moment ago, there was 1 out, inning kind of on the verge of being over. It could be over at any moment.
He was ready.
Probably. So again, that's kind of like an appearance for them.
Yeah.
Jacob Marcy having a good laugh with the guys down there, Clayton and Carson. You know, those are the little things, too, we often talk about. You're up by 3, but Joe Mack, a rookie, the presence of mind to hustle, knowing I can collect myself an RBI if I just stay out of this double play.
Keep the inning, keep it alive.
2-0. In there for strike 1 on Otto, who is 0 for 1 today. He has twice walked, and in the 6th inning, he collected a sac fly RBI. Oh, he just got underneath it. Cruz coming in, and in foul territory makes the catch. Marlins get another. There's no save in it. Trying to sweep the Nationals and beat them for the 8th straight time when we return. Miami Marlins baseball has been brought to you by Hard Rock Bet, the official bet partner of the Miami Marlins. Some shots from earlier today. Grandbabies with the first pitch to Grandpa. Oh, flat-footed there, huh?
Yeah, she didn't get as much on it. Layla's got good control, though.
Yes.
And then Palmer, she's just working on her skills right now. Release point was okay. Made Grandpa bend over a little bit.
Still not a problem. What a fun day. Oh, baby. Well, Pete Fairbanks is into pitch. Whoa, how about Chaparro staring out at Fairbanks? That was interesting. Up by 4. I don't think Fairbanks is looking for trouble here. He didn't face him yesterday. Ball 2.
A couple of four-seamers thrown well, just missed inside.
Maybe Victor Vodnik was just trying to get some work in. I don't know, maybe. Chaparro's a little angry after those first 2 pitches. And the cutter misses inside for ball 3. Fairbanks blew the save yesterday. Or game 1. Three and 1. Ball 4. Boy, Chaparro is flipping his bat around here like he's just upset with Fairbanks.
You always wonder in a case like that if there's any history that we don't know about.
They'll celebrate World Series champion Josh Beckett. Be one of the first 10,000 fans through the gates on Sunday, September 6th. And receive a limited edition Josh Beckett Hall of Fame mini bobblehead presented by Mikusuki. And catch the Marlins against the Cubs at 1:40. Get those tickets at marlins.com/tickets. Nunez takes a strike, 0-1. Foul tip, 0-2. Yeah, there was no history between those two. So I don't know. Maybe, honestly, maybe the Nationals are getting a little frustrated when things are going, quite frankly, and guys are a little on edge. The losing will take a toll on guys. Bouncing ball up the middle. Fairbanks has got it. Goes to second, but he sails it into center. And Chaparro will stay at second. The Nationals have 2 on with nobody out. Now the tying run will come out to the on-deck circle. Should he have just collected himself and taken the out at first there?
Yeah, I think so. But again, things speed up, and the fact that he was facing that way probably, yeah, it's hard to do and go to first base. But the fact that when he fielded it and he was down on his knees, he was facing that way. That's why he went there. He had the out if he had made a good throw.
And now Jacob Young will bat. A lot of speed at first and just a little bit at second, but those 2 runners, they would say, at least at the moment, are rather not that important.
Yeah, and that's all you have to tell yourself right now, especially in the infield. Just get outs. Don't worry about the 2 guys that are on base. Get outs.
So Chaparro does go to second on a fielder's choice E1. A little bit of activity here in the 9th inning for the Nationals.
Nationals go home after this series, take on the Rockies.
Pop foul coming back our way. And it's 1-2 now on Young with the leadoff man Lyle on deck. We've got the game-tying RBI single in the 9th inning on Friday night against Fairbanks. And he struck him out with a cutter. That's the first out you're talking about right there. It's a good pitch. Really good. So 2 aboard, but now there's 1 out. Back to the top of the order. Lyle up, Ortiz on deck. Lyle 1 for 3 today. That's a real good fastball there. 97 at the knees on the corner.
You know, it is amazing how sometimes a bad play, bad judgment, whatever, a walk can be like a wake-up call. And all of a sudden, Pete's starting to fire some strikes, and he's back in the zone.
Just a little high that time. Bullpen quiet. He's thrown 14 pitches. Ground ball away from this game being over, but he missed inside with a slider. 2-1. See if I can. Oh my goodness. The Cardinals had a 4-0 lead, and I believe there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning, and they lost 6-4 in Philadelphia. Lyle skies a slider to center. Catch is made by Marcy. Chaparro will tag and go to third. There was 2 outs and nobody on in that game in Philadelphia. Holy cow. And the Cardinals allowed 6 runs with 2 outs, and Kyle Schwarber hit a walk-off homer. I was about to say I have some good news in the wild card picture, which I guess is still kind of good news because the Marlins are catching right up. You know, they're right there with St. Louis, obviously, but wow. Miami is about to be a game and a half clear of St. Louis in the picture. So 2 outs here. Here is Abimelec Ortiz. Runner from first takes off. There's ball 1. We'll miss you, Hut, and the rants. Hey, great day today. We're back at it tomorrow against the Red Sox.
Yes,
huge series. Any thoughts though as we cap off this afternoon? Been a heck of a day though.
My thoughts are thank you to the Marlins organization, to Bruce Sherman, to Caroline for putting this together. Not necessary, unexpected, but just a fantastic day for me and my family.
And thank you so much to our producer John Sulser and our entire incredible crew here in Miami that has worked so hard on all of this all year long to get some of these shout outs and hear from some of your friends throughout the game. 2-1. Little dribbler out in front of the plate. That's a fair ball. This is going to do it. And the throw to first in time, and the ball game is over. And the Marlins have won 8 consecutive games against the Nationals.
Well, Kyle, we talked about it at the beginning of the series. You take on a team that's got a couple of their key guys banged up, and you need to take advantage of that. And the Marlins did exactly that. They won the first game, won the second game. In order to sweep, you got to win all 3. They were able to do that today. Some nice pitching and some key base hits. And Billy performed his usual good self, too.
What the most sweeps this season in baseball. The Marlins now with 9. An outstanding start to the homestand. And the Rays with 13 sweeps. It's all the sweeping being done in the Sunshine State. Let's take a look at our mobile performance of the day. And yeah, good on you, Jack Ralston, making his Major League debut. 2 shutout innings out of the bullpen.
Yeah, it was fun to watch him work and watch that splitter that we had heard about. Good job for him in a Major League debut. The offense supplied some runs, got over there to cover first base well, had hitters off balance. Fun to watch a youngster make their debut and have success. Nicely done, Jack Ralston.
I think we're going to see a lot more of that. That was sharp. Looked good. So the Marlins have improved to 67-64. Clayton McCullough happy. So too is his staff.
You know, they got some key base hits when needed. They got that key double, RBI double in the first inning by Roberto. A beautiful base hit. We talked about it from Xavier Edwards. Driving in a run, a pinch hit double by Joe Mack. So it was really spaced out, the scoring today, but worked out just right.
But I know you have a month left, but thanks again for an outstanding day. I think the fans loved it. They loved you, front office, players, coaches, staff. Let's have one heck of a final month, and I'm so glad your family was out here today.
Why not? A good day. It had to be a win today.
And it was. It was not going to end any other way. Final score, Marlins 6, Nationals 2. Miami out hits the Nationals 8-5 today. And they sweep the Nationals right out of the ballpark. Now, this is a Nationals team that's still down and out come next week. In that 4-game wraparound series at Nationals Park, the Marlins are going to have to take advantage of that situation as well. Let's go downstairs. Kelly Sacco is with Joe Mack.
Thanks so much. Joe, your 2-out double in the 6th help extend the lead. When do you start preparing for potential pinch hit opportunities?
You know, just getting ready early, moving around, staying, active throughout the whole game. I go in about the 2nd inning and get ready, do all the prep that I need to do to get ready to play on the field.
That was your team's 41st win here at home. What makes you guys so good here at Lone Depot Park?
I mean, we just rally together, put together good ABs, and, we have an amazing group of fans to come out here and support every day. So, we love that and we thrive for that.
Also, your 9th sweep of the season. Sweeping a team is not easy. How have you guys been able to do it so consistently?
Yeah, just working together, staying in there each and every pitch. Not one pitch is. Each pitch is more important than the next. So, staying locked in, staying dialed throughout the whole game is key.
Joe, before we let you go, first impressions of the debut of Jack.
I love it. I love it. A lot of splitters, sliders. He's got some nasty stuff. I'm excited for him to see what he's going to be doing for us.
Joe, congratulations. Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Kelly.
Back up to you guys.
All right, Kelly, thank you so much. Outstanding win for the Marlins. Outstanding weekend. They love playing here at home, and they showed us all why. Happy Tommy Hutton Day, everybody. Hutton and I will be back with you tomorrow night. Game 1 against the Red Sox. Coverage begins at 6:15. Post-game show. That's coming up next. So, Tommy Hutton and Kelly Sacco, our director Brad Gerson, and our producer John Sulzer. I'm Kyle Seeloff saying so long. And thanks so much for joining us today from Lone Depot Park. The post-game show is coming up next.